With summer right around the corner, I wanted to be inspired from you guys and take your summer makeup favorites and recommendations and compile them into a full face. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I asked you over on Instagram, specifically, what are some of your current summer makeup favorites? And I'm so excited to be dipping into some of these things that I already owned, actually. Luckily, I was able to kind of shop my stash at the same time. However, there are some recommendations from you guys of products that I have never tried before, so I might do a little shopping after this because I am in full summer makeup mode. Even though it's not like officially summer yet, I'm ready. The first product I'm going to use is the Tula Primer Filter. Someone said, do not sleep on this. I use it as my base. So I wanted to reach for this again. I've only tried it a couple of times, and I think that they have some tinted versions. I think this one that I grabbed is just the clear shade. It's First Light, because I have another tinted moisturizer that was recommended that I wanted to use on top. So I won't be using this as my base only, but I'm excited about it. So it's supposed to be a nice illuminating and smoothing primer. So I'm just gonna put this in my fingertips and then start to blend this out all over the complexion. Oh wow, that definitely gives a really nice, very healthy glow to the skin. And as it's drying down, it kind of has like a smoothing property, which is what it claims to have. Look at what that did. I like how it's glowy, but it doesn't make me look like too sparkly or greasy. You know how some illuminating primers can go a little overboard with the illuminating particles that some of them have? I feel like this has a really nice balance. It still looks like skin, but it just looks like my skin is really healthy. So there were actually several of you who mentioned this product, which made me so excited to reach for this again because it's a product that I love but haven't used in a minute. And that is the Tower 28 sunscreen. I've been using it as a base instead of foundation, and it's so good. So this is the Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I absolutely love this. There was actually a lot of recommendations for Tower 28. A lot of people love this product. A lot of people love their lip glosses, the blushes, a lot of Tower 28 happening this summer, it sounds like. So I have mine in the shade 10, and I'm gonna do about that much on the back of my hand. And I've actually never used this on top of the Tula primer, so I'm hoping they mesh well together. We will see. I actually like the level of coverage that this gives. I find that it cancels out the redness without making my skin feel or look heavy or overdone, which is also a theme that I saw with everyone's recommendations collectively. When it came to complexion, a lot of people were just like not even wearing any foundation whatsoever. Some people were just using concealer, if anything, on the face. So I'm taking inspiration from you guys to create something really nice and fresh, and I actually love how that looks on top of that primer. I'm just gonna take my sponge and press everything down gently into the skin. See, this is why I love to kind of reverse the roles sometimes and ask you guys for your recommendations and tips and favorites, because I feel like it just puts me in like a really fun mood, and I'm really just inspired by your tips and tricks and your product recommendations. So the concealer that I'm going to be using was actually mentioned a few times as well, and that is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Someone said the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, it definitely lasts all day long, and they didn't specify hydrating or regular. Most people just said Camo Concealer, so I'm assuming that means the original. So that's what I'm going to be using. I have the shade Light Sand. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and dot it underneath the eyes. I also want to kind of spot conceal any blemishes that are still like super showing through. I'm going to leave these little ones because I kind of like how it still looks very much like my skin there. And so I'm just going to take my sponge and blend out the concealer underneath the eyes and over top of the blemishes. Okay, so now that that's blended out, we're going to move on to a cream bronzer, and I'm actually going to layer a cream and a powder because I wanted to use both that were recommended. A lot of people are loving Rare Beauty for the summertime, it seemed like, just based off of my little questionnaire on Instagram. But I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Bronzer Stick, which was recommended by a few people. I'm going to take the shade Happy Soul, and I'm just going to start kind of tracing this around the face. And then I'm going to start blending this out using a dense kabuki brush. This one is from Hourglass. The thing I like about this Rare Beauty bronzer, as a lot of you guys probably already know, is it just blends out really easily, which I think is so nice and foolproof for every day. It's obviously great for summer as well. Once I have that blended out with the Hourglass brush, I'm going to go in with my Haley's Beauty Foundation brush, which is what we used for the foundation, just to make sure it's super even and it meshes into my skin well. I'm now going to set the face, and the powder that was recommended was the Hourglass Dim Light Powder, which I have in this little ambient lighting edit palette. I feel like I have it in another palette as well, but it's this shade right here. And this is a finishing powder. It is luminous, but I think that's what's gonna make it so pretty for the summertime. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this underneath the eyes and just all over to kind of set the face. I feel like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer sets itself, but I wanna use this across the rest of the face to kind of lock everything down. And it gives a really beautiful, healthy glow, which is nice. Okay, I'm now gonna move into powder bronzer. And actually a couple people recommended this as well. And it's the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It Bronzer. This is so good, and this is just a great summertime bronzer because it has a bit of a sheen to it. So it seems like you guys are really into very fresh, glowy products when it comes to the complexion. A lot of cream products, but when there is powder, just from what I've seen, you know, the powder products do have a little bit of a sheen to it as well, to almost give that cream effect, which I think is so nice. And I love this bronzer. I've been using this bronzer for years. It's so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go over top of where I applied the Rare Beauty bronzer, just to add even more warmth and to make it extra summery. Okay, well, I am loving how fresh my skin looks right now. Oh my gosh, I should really listen to you guys more often. We're gonna move on to blush, and I actually have two blushes as well that I'm gonna be layering. One person recommended the Honest Beauty Cream Blush in Coral Peach. This is actually a brand new one because they changed the packaging. I think I own this already, but I wanted to use the one in the updated packaging. So here it is. Coral Peach is such a pretty coral peach color. Look at this. I'm so excited to use this. I'm just gonna take this on my sponge and then kind of press it into the back of my hand to really mesh it in before going in on the cheeks. And then I'm gonna smile and just apply it to the apples of the cheeks. And the thing I like about the Honest Beauty blushes is I feel like it doesn't pick up the product underneath. Even though it is a cream, I can set the face with a powder and then apply this on top and it doesn't disturb the makeup underneath, which is so nice. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I love how that looks. A lot of people were so excited to use the Bare Minerals Blonzer, which was discontinued and then brought back as a permanent part of the Bare Minerals line, which is so exciting. Yeah, I was trying to see if the person had said anything more than just Bare Minerals Blonzer, but that's all they said, so here it is. I usually wear the shade Kiss of Pink, but I couldn't find it actually. So this is Kiss of Rose, which I actually thought would be really gorgeous, kind of toward the back of the cheeks, just to add even more of a sun-kissed glow. So we're gonna layer this on top. This has a sheen to it, so similar to the L'Oreal Lumi bronzer, these blushes have a little bit of a sheen, but I don't find that they emphasize texture, which is so nice. So I'm applying this toward like the outer portions of the cheek, and I might as well actually just kind of throw it into the forehead area, a little across the nose, a little on the chin. And I'm gonna take the Hourglass powder brush. I'm not putting any more product on it, but I'm just gonna kind of diffuse that color into the cheek a little bit better because it is more of an intense color on me. So I just want to make sure it's really blended in well. Well, my skin looks like I just got a vacation, let me tell you. I'm absolutely loving how everything is looking. So we're gonna move on to brows. And I actually only used this brow product once, but when I saw someone recommend it, I was like, you know what? That would be a really good summer product. So I'm gonna give it another whirl. And that is the NYX Thicket Stick-It Thickening Brow Mascara. They said it fills in my brows and they don't move. So I have mine the shade Cool Ash Brown. I might, because I just feel like I need a little more shaping with my brow first, I might take a little brow pencil. This one's just the Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just gonna kind of shape out the ends because I don't find that pomades or gels really do that. Okay, I tried to give it like a basic shape without going too overboard. And then now I'm gonna take the NYX Thicket Stick-It Brow Gel. I'm gonna really kind of wipe off the excess because I don't want this to be too intense, but it really does dry down like crazy and your brows feel so locked in place. So I'm just gonna start to apply this through the brows. I'm glad that I wiped off some of the product into the tube because I feel like I have a lot more control now. Okay, I feel like that's as good as it's gonna get. It tints them a little bit. I like this shade because it's not too dark, but I feel like it did its job. So there we have it. There's the brows. For eyes, this was actually one of my favorite tips, and when I saw this, I was like, that does sound really amazing. I can't wait to try that. Someone said Super Shock Shadows for eyeshadow. Just shimmer on the lids and inner corners is the vibe, which I haven't really ever done. I normally, go all the way around with certain things, but just doing like shimmer only on the eyelids and then bring it into the inner corner, I was like, I need to try that. So I grabbed two of my personal favorites from ColourPop, and I'm trying to decide which one to do. I might go with the shade Ritz, just because it's a little bit more of a brown. This one has like blue and stuff in it, which it is kind of fun. Oh, I don't know. I'm swatching them on my hand just to decide for sure which one I want. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ritz, just because it's just more classic. It seems like a very summery shade to me. I mean, I could go bronze, but I just love the silvery glitter in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the eyelid, just the shimmer, because apparently that's the vibe. Ooh, yes! I normally even do like at least a little bit of bronzer in the crease, but I really wanted to just follow those instructions and not go overboard with anything and just do shimmer only. Ooh, this is looking so pretty. I'm of course gonna kind of drag it down into the inner corner, which was suggested. Oh my gosh, you guys are brilliant. Honestly, I love learning from you. This is so pretty. Oh boy. I love how foolproof it is too. Like you just don't have to worry about it looking weird because it's just shimmer and the light's gonna hit it so beautifully, the sunlight. Imagine if you were on vacation and you just did this. This is so pretty. I'm thrilled. Okay, we are going to apply mascara. Someone recommended the MAC Stack Mascara and said it doesn't budge, which of course is great for summertime. I actually really do like this mascara so far. I feel like I need to keep wearing it to really get my full opinion on it, but I do really like this and I know that it works so well for so many people. I love the volume that this gives. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the top and bottom lashes and look how cool it looks with just mascara and then just the sparkle on the eyes. This really is quite a vibe. I'm liking it. I love how that looks on my lashes. Before we jump to lips, I'm gonna apply some highlighter, and someone said ColourPop lunch money always. I love this highlighter. I just think it really does mesh so beautifully into the skin. I think this is gonna go perfectly with the vibe of this look. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and apply that to the high points of the cheeks. I'm looking so glowy. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, this look is really coming together, folks. And then for lips, a lot of people were talking about really enjoying the Milani lip oils, which I also enjoy. But someone said specifically the Fawn Beauty Lip Oil and lip gloss in Petal. So since it was such a specific shade, I was like, I really want to give that a go. I was actually sent this lip oil a while back and I tried it on immediately, and then I haven't sorted it and put it in my beauty room yet. So I went and grabbed it out of my new makeup bucket. And I'm wanting to try this first and then layer the Petal color on top. That's just my thoughts anyway. So this is the new Fawn Beauty Recovery and Glow Lip Oil. And I just saw that she's coming out with different shades and flavors of this. Ooh, that is so nice. So this is supposed to be like the Laneige lip mask meets a lip oil, which sounds like a dream. It feels very nice on the lips. It feels very hydrating. So I'm really into that so far. I'm gonna take a lip liner though, which I'm realizing I might have to just dab this down a little bit so that I can apply my lip liner. This is NYX Peekaboo Neutral. I just want something to ground the lips before applying the gloss. So, okay, so I've just lined the lips and I'm kind of blending it into that lip oil using my fingertips. And now I'm gonna take the Fawn Beauty lip gloss in the shade Petal. Look how pretty this color is. This formula is so good, perfect for summer. But this color, oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna apply that all over and then just take my fingertips and kind of blend that into the lip liner. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at myself in my mirror right here and I just look so glowy and so summery. I'm thrilled about this look. So now we're gonna just assess the situation. I'm gonna take a little bit of what's left on my bronzer brush and just kind of go around the perimeters of the face. I'm gonna take what's left on the bottom of the sponge, which had that coral cream blush, and I'm gonna kind of put a little more right here. I just really like the color of it, especially with that lip. And then I think we're done. Well, actually we do have a setting spray, which I 1000% agree with this recommendation. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. I need to buy it tonight. I need to go and just finally buy another one because it's so good. This keeps your makeup in place all night long, all day and all night. It's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spritz the face with this. I actually love how it smells. It smells exactly like how you would think a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray would smell. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and just gently press everything down. Normally I would do my brow gel after, but since we use that pomade, I don't feel like I need to. Just out of habit, I'm gonna go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte. We'll just consider this my summer makeup recommendation. I feel like it's just a necessity for if you have a more oily T-zone or oily skin in general and you want that glow but you don't want to look too greasy by the end of the day, just throw this on after setting spray and it will keep your oils in check. All right, you guys, what do you think? I love how this look turned out. Thanks to you guys. I feel so pretty in this look. This is definitely a very, very summery vibe. And what I love most about this is it's a very approachable, like barely there makeup look in so many ways, yet there's a really special element with the glitter eyeshadow and then this lip color that I think makes it kind of elevated. I love this. Thank you guys so much for recommending or for letting me know what your current summer favorites are. I feel like I may have just found a new routine altogether thanks to you guys. Let me know what you think. Would you wear something like this? Is this kind of the aesthetic that a lot of you are going for right now or in summertime? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not over on Instagram or if you missed that story, I would love to hear in the comments what your current favorite summer go-to makeup products are. Tell me what your aesthetic is. What are you reaching for or what are you not reaching for? Because I know a lot of people kind of tone down like a typical makeup routine when it comes to summer just because you're outside more. So I would just love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you're into right now in the comments. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are. Thanks again to everybody who helped with today's video, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.